Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver, and welcome back to another episode of World of Horror. So this was recorded really late at night. I just finished playing some Risk of Rain 2 with a friend, and it was a lot of fun. You know, I haven't been on the Risk of Rain 2 train in a while. Like, I was really excited for the DLC. DLC came out, never played it, so I'm just getting into it now. I guess you could call it like the end of year stuff, you know? All unlocked perk cards, Knight Errant. Oh boy. Mizuki Gaming, alright. We'll get to that in a second. But, you know, first things first, Merry Christmas. It is the, you know, the most wonderful time of the year, etc., etc., etc. What was I gonna say? I don't know, it's pretty late. I do apologize for that. I'm recording this now so that I can spend Christmas just completely chill. I mean, it's technically Christmas right now. It's been Christmas for 3 hours, but, you know, it's not a very important detail. I'm gonna take a nap on Christmas, wake up, and then the rest of Christmas, the rest of Chrysler, Crimblow, that'll be all me. Because I do have plans. I do have a lot of plans. But I just finished putting the pumpkin pie in the fridge, and that was an ordeal. So normally, you know, you just put a little cling film, a little tin foil over the pie, you're good to go. You just put it in the fridge, leave it overnight, bada bing, bada boom. But this time it's cursed. Oh, it is absolutely cursed. It worked. I feel like it worked. I hope it worked. I'm pretty sure it worked. We'll get to that in a second. Let's see what we got here. So we got your seconds, we got strength, we got dexterity, and we got charisma, which is something that we can definitely do. Now, unfortunately, we are kind of in the world where it's like, you know, we could get owned at any time with what kind of endings we got here. Other than that, we should be fine. I highly doubt I'm going to take Vanity Mirror, even to unlock infinite money, but we'll see. We want to have the option available in case we have, like, an excess of Doom. What's the most, like, winter appropriate? Probably this, because it's long sleeves. Let me just tell you, every time I walk outside, like, this month, I'm just, like, reminded how, like, thankful I am to have, like, a fucking heater. Like, I'm not even joking there. Like, it's so fucking cold outside. Like, listen, I like the cold, but I like the cold because I have a heater, and the cold just means get another layer of blankets, and then snuggle up, you know? Like, it just means, like, more comfy blankets. Like, that's it. Or comfy, thick clothing. That, you know, that sort of thing that you can't wear normally. And it's just like, that's the only reason I like the cold. The cold is absolutely terrifying from a perspective of you don't have a heater, you don't have a way to stay warm. And, you know, I'm a big advocate of you can always dress up, but there's only so much you can dress down to an extent. But still, you know, you gotta be a little thankful, and you gotta be a little grateful. What is this, the fucking Thanksgiving episode? Who knows? What was he cooking? He was cooking a pumpkin pie, and I will admit, I did mess up the crust a little bit. I was a little bit disappointed in it. Because here's the thing, it's gonna taste great. I already know it's gonna taste great. I've had a bit of the crust, and I've had a bit of the pumpkin filling. The pumpkin essence, the pumpkin whatever. The pumpkin spice. And it tastes great. Like, both of the components taste great. They bake together perfectly fine. They're gonna taste fantastic tomorrow. But, you know, I just can't get the crust to look good. No matter what I do, I cannot get the crust to look good. And this is the third pie. This is the third pie, admittedly. Only the third one I've made. And the fourth one for New Year's, I'm pretty sure is going to be a pecan pie? Because I saw a recipe for that I wanted to try. Is it pecan or pecan? It's not like a compilation of people arguing about what it is, but I'd say it's pecan, but, you know, I'm not going to kill you. Some people wanted to kill me for saying salmon that one time, but, you know, to each their own. We got a lot of out of town here. Can you believe that? Bro, this is going crazy. Now, what are we gonna try to get here? I'm honestly down with a ritual dagger or a small candle. Now, that would mean that we'd need an extra fund. So, you know, it is what it is. There's no way in hell I'm gonna ever... I just want to get the first thing that I see, right, you know? It's got a good speed. Chance to hit's pretty terrible, but the damage is good. I can't complain about that. Now, we do have all available perk cards. Now, I do want... We could have done Yoichi shenanigans. It's not particularly worth it. What did we get here? +1 knowledge? Love that, actually. And then student E. +1 charisma? Yo! It's the student sweep over here. What the hell? That's very lucky. I will absolutely take that. We've got 3 allies. We're sitting pretty. We're probably never going to see fame as a perk, but you know, keep your options open. Getting a few allies is still pretty good. I mean, that's 2 stats for like 4% Doom. You can't hate that. I still might want to go to, like, I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Yo, she's also the strongest idol you've ever seen. Her friend says, "Hey, I'm moving. Could you come help out?" And she's like, "Absolutely." And she does. She's got gains. Now, I don't really remember where I was going with this, but I love the old ones. Izumi Fujiko. This is a little sus, I will be honest with you. Our sanity is in the drain already. Uh-oh. Okay, that was just Doom. We're fine. Sorry, I'm kind of hyped up. I'm in the Risk of Rain mood, where you're, like, constantly darting around. We got 8 charisma. We can get shot. That's okay. Risk of Rain 2 goes hard, by the way. It really does. Oh, I never saw Moriko. Whoops. Now, not like we had Outdoorsman and we were raring to go there, but... Stamina enemy? I'll take it. And this is our first enemy, so we'll see who's next. Yeah, we can do a 77. Or 73, sorry. Damn, alright. I said 73, the game was like... Or I said 77, and the game was like, let me prove you wrong. Okay, fair enough. We did a pretty early stream earlier on Christmas Eve. That was nice. That was a good stream. Maybe it's just the one at the top again like it was earlier today. And by earlier today, I mean yesterday, because past midnight and all that. I don't know... We have 8 charisma, that's fine. You gotta roll on the charisma check when you've got it, you know? It's the only stat that you can leverage here. Now, Tataru? Okay, Tataro. I don't know how to... I just don't want to say Tataru Taru, because that has a... You know, I think about that differently. There are 2 Tatarus in my mind, and this is not the one that I like to think of. Just want to see where we land, where the dice take us. I'm down. How much have you ever lost in a coin toss? Because I've never lost a coin toss in my goddamn life, that's for sure. Okay, so Shiro-san, not second enemy. Totaro is. Now, 37% Doom Mystery 1 is, like, pretty disastrous. Hopefully, we don't get... you know what, and the Doom kind of starts to slow its roll a little bit. And also, hopefully, our first level up is good, because we're going to need to recover that stamina somehow. Fetid Fumes? We don't really have the Doom to really worry about that. That's a very good first level up. I'm not going to complain about that. I will, however, take Sanity. We're going to have to get ending A's here. Some of these aren't even possible. Like, Botany literally isn't. But we'll see what we got here. Ramen? Yeah, we can get ramen. That's doable. Flood? Give or take. Hell, not happening. Bulletin is happening, so we'll do Bulletin next. Just kind of slow the roll on the Doom if we can. I mean, we could do a little tap into his power, but I think it's a little bit risky. We can trip on a branch and fall, but we've got a lot of people to pick us up and catch us, you know? Now, you know, I'm seeing the Doom rise, and I'm like, we didn't really opt into that much Doom at the beginning, you know? Oh my god, the Kazumi sweep. Under the pretense of chatting, they have a lovely conversation, and everyone feels better about themselves. It's such an enthralling conversation that Mizuki and her small army don't feel the need to interrupt or even make a noise. They're just listening. Okay, so this is one of the guys. Like, here's the thing. We can never run away from any enemy anyways, but... Oh, we can run away from this guy. Holy crap. Well, we can't. I would like to, but we can't. 67%? I can't do that shit. Come on. Alright, fine. We'll get greedy, and then the game will punish me for it. Are you happy? Is that what you want to see? Oh, wow, he's weak. I always knew you were a bit weak, tapeworm salary man. I'm still thinking about, because, like, I do have some free time on Crimblow that's just, like, me time. And I'm thinking, do I want to continue the Drakari, or do I want to work on the Night Haunt? And honestly, I'm like... I saw a really good video earlier that was, Oh no, I'm getting my Warhammer YouTubers messed up. Listen, I only know Vince V and Goobertown, Brent from Goobertown, for sure. I don't watch the other ones very often. I think it was Miniac. I really want to say it was Mini-Mac. Listen, it's 3 a.m. You're gonna have to give me some leeway here, alright? But it was Miniac, and he was doing a video where he wanted to paint like Vince V for a week. Now, Vince V is, you know, an icon. However, he's also a little bit, like, he's a little bit twisted. He's also simply built different. Like, Vince V is... We're talking about a guy who, in the video, says he paints for 60 hours a week. And I do remember him saying that he would just, like, paint for days. You know, like, days straight. So, you know, this guy, he's, again, iconic. Vince V is a legend, for sure. And his videos are so incredibly helpful. But in this, like, Miniac video where he's, like, painting, like, Vince V for a week, and it's, like, a big collaboration thing, they kind of say that, like, the hobbying road is something that there's not really an end to, and so you might as well drive at your own speed. And I'm not putting it very eloquently, but that really did hit different. I'm like, damn. I don't have to be fast, you know? I can just go down it at my own pace. I can work on the projects that I want to work on. It's not going anywhere. And, you know, some of these things that I've known, and I've, you know, said them before, right? But you don't really internalize them until you hear somebody else talking about it with, like, emotional, inspirational music, you know what I'm saying? But it's true, though, right? Like... You're never going to be at the apex of, like, an artistic hobby, you know? Like, you're always going to be chasing that, like, I could be better. And so, because of that, you might as well just enjoy the time that you have, and you might as well not rush yourself. And so, you know, you shouldn't feel, like, pressured or, you know, you shouldn't worry specifically about... we'll take anatomy class, why not? You shouldn't worry so much about, like, making as much progress as possible, you know? Just do it at your own pace, put time aside for it when you can, and don't get overwhelmed, I guess. That's 4 actions. We like that. That's 1% Doom. Honestly, because, I mean, what are the odds that we'll be able to do that? So that's 10. And then we could either do that, or we could do this. 2, 3, 5. Alright, let's do it. Nice. We should have just taken the, We should have just taken the block. That would have been a lot nicer. 4-7, huh? Not exactly loving this, but, you know, it is what it is. Dislocated shoulder, what does this even do again? Alright, that's why I don't remember what it does. It doesn't matter. Now, we might die at some point, but other than that... Ooh, oh no. Okay. We do a little bit of trolling. Oh my god, we did it. We're Ancient Ring Gaming. I'm not even gonna put that on as a joke. You know, we could take it off immediately, but... And we could take it off, we could put it on, take it off with no penalty whatsoever. That just, like, scares me a little bit. I'm not gonna... We're Ancient Ring respectors unnecessarily tonight. That's fine. Yeah, we'll heal stamina. That sounds good. This is an L, by the way. This is a loss, for certain. But, you know, maybe we'll get a little Crimblow miracle, a little Chrysler miracle. We don't have 2 items that we can discard for ramen, so we need to put it off a little bit more. Who dares? I got a phone notification. I mean, we just kind of lose with Household Hell, to be honest with you, so I'd rather put that off for another day. But we'll do it now, because if we don't lose to Household Hell, then you're saying there's a chance? Which there isn't, but it would be really nice if there was. Do I want to do... I don't know if I want to do this second investigation here. I feel like we should just, like, go with the 1. We lose 15 EXP, but we potentially save some Doom. I want to point out that, like... we are walking on the razor's edge here, alright? Like, there is not really a lot that we could do that would do anything. Like, we have to do the monument thing. Like, if you're saying, Web, you can't win at 3 stamina, you're probably right, and we might die right now. But at the same time, it's like, oh, Jesus. Oh, no. We have to do this. But it's okay, we have spells we can forget. Like, if you're like, Web, you can't win at 3 stamina, why would you do that? We can't win at the Doom that we have either. So, you know what? We ball. Like, we would just have to get out of this, like, lickety-split. But we are not getting out of it lickety-split. We're actually staying here because we're trapped in hell. And unfortunately, once you get into hell, you can't leave. Nice. I love it here. The red for Christmas, the iconic red in Christmas is actually the devil, it's the demon, you know? It's not good. So this is 8, and then, you know, that's... so that would do it, but, you know, how many coin flips do we need to win? All I want for Christmas is to not die right now. Yeah, sure, why not? Like, the game knew what I was trying to do and shut it down immediately. They were like, you don't even get the fucking chance. And you know what? Honestly, I respect that. Oh, nice. Alright. Is Christmas come early? That's not qualifying. Can we get out of this mystery, like, 3 seconds ago, please? Hey... 84% Doom. Just a casual, you know, not really a big deal. Nothing too important, nothing too scary. We get a lot of luck and an expel evil or 2, and we're there, you know? Easy money. Now, we need to heal. That's regardless of the situation that we find ourselves in. We need to do that. We have 2 items that we can discard now. I'm a big fan of that. So we can do this, and then we can do this. And then look at that. It's Look Who It Is. That's pretty cool. I can never get Frostbite cured. We're just having to live with that. We'll thaw out eventually. This is a luck check, right? Yo, let's go. That's actually pretty sick. I mean, listen, what we needed right now is luck, so I'll take it. Now, we're gonna have to go... I hate to tell you this, but we're gonna have to go back to the, Sorry, Rosie. If Rosie dodged with the 99% chance twice, oh my god, that would be legendary. That would be the happiest feat. That would be the rat that ain't Falco, the happiest one in the land. The happiest feat, too. Dear god. So we gotta do this. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, when we go there, we have to hit the button, and we have to, like, you know, be an average button enjoyer. That's not something that we can really, you know, not do. Hey! Let's go. One ramen, please. Oh, look at that, how suspicious. The owner is happy that we want to eat ramen at his restaurant. Okay. Oh, jeez. We do a little gaming. I mean, this just works, right? Yeah. Don't even question that. That does a lot of damage. Okay, so, Monument again. For fun, you know, just for fun. Actually, hold on. How many times did we get cursed? Just the... Hold on. We got cursed twice, so I can go back here. One more. Stalker again. Fantastic. 2 funds? Brilliant. 4 stamina? Can you take reason? Nope. You can go to hell. And listen, we just gotta go. If the game kills us, the game kills us. There's nothing I can do about that. We just have to fuck it, we ball. If I misclick there, like, that would be so disastrous. Heart of Darkness. Oh, no. Listen, I remember Totoro as my second enemy, so that's not gonna be what kills me. But, listen, we're absolutely fucking terrified here. This is not a W, by the way. I hate to tell you this. I almost want to take knowledge. I almost want to take knowledge. Am I crazy enough to do that? There's no way. I can't do that. We have to get ending A here, which is all the guys, so... We just have to, like, heal here and then do it big. Alright. It's Novelin time. We're gonna become fucking inspired. Nice. I like that. I like 24 damage. I don't know about you, but I like 24 damage. And by that, I mean a lot more. Because we're getting bonus? You'll love to see it. Alright, so it doesn't... Listen, if the game kills us, the game kills us. We have to get ending A here. There's no fucking chance we get anything else than ending A. Which means we gotta get all of them. Which means we gotta go, and it doesn't matter. We gotta go investigate every single time, and if we get Doom and we Doom out, it is what it is. There's no shot. Nice. The Linguist. The Linguist Gaming Sweep? It's theoretically possible, by the way, if we got, like, a lot of, Doom reduction events, and by a lot, I mean, like, 2. Or, you know, we got the thing that I asked for multiple times, Expel Evil. What does this do? You get, like, a plus 2% Doom? I guess I'll never know. Nice. Okay. So we are gonna call it here. I hope you're okay with the shorter Christmas episode. If you missed yesterday's episode, we did 3 runs, and it was an hour and 30 minutes long, so you can go check that out if you want. It's, I guess I never explained this when it happened, but YouTube now separates videos and live streams in different tabs, so if you want to see the live streams, which we've been doing the most of lately, you have to go to my channel, and then you have to go from the videos tab to the live tab. It's a little bit weird. But anyways, we're gonna stop it there, because I got stuff to do, but I hope you're all staying safe out there, and I hope you're all staying fucking warm, because holy shit, again, it's freezing. So, stay safe out there, have a good one. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a good New Year. Good year!